Hi! This is a bit of a weird angle today, but it is because I'm showing you how I organize my makeup in this vintage chest of drawers. I don't really know what this is called in English. I got it from my grandmother and I love it. It's the most treasured piece of furniture that I own, and you can open it and I will show you what's inside here today. So, I'm not gonna spend too much time showing you the actual piece of furniture. If you're interested in mid-century furniture, this is not the channel for you, even though I love that. So I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit more and you can see how I organize my makeup, and then we're gonna go by category, seeing the actual products that I have and talking you through the products from the numbers that I showed you in my last video, which was my makeup inventory numbers. Today you're going to see the actual products. So if you want to see that, then just keep on watching, and also like and comment and subscribe and all that, because there will be more fun videos coming very soon. Okay, so this is what it looks like on the inside. It has all of my products that I use every day, and then I also have some products in one of the drawers below, but these are mainly the things that I kind of need for everyday makeup, and I will just zoom in and show you some of the little pieces of drawers and stuff that I have, like organizers. So we'll start over here. These are my everyday type of products. So I have like palettes that I'm focusing on at the moment. I have foundations, I have my lash curler, I have the lipsticks that I usually tend to use, and other, like, all the products that I really want to leave standing up, products that I want them to settle on the bottom, and for like showing progress and stuff, it's just really nice to store them this way. And then in the back I just have my travel makeup bag. So that's everything I have in here. So every day when I do my makeup, I just kind of pull this out a little bit and I use the stuff in here. And the other stuff that I use pretty much every day is in here. Can you see that? So these are all of my like eye products that I use on the daily. It has my blush from my Project Pan and my under eye powder and just like everyday type of stuff. And then in the drawer above it, I have my foundations and primers and stuff in there. And then moving over to this side, I just have my sponge. And then in these drawers, I just keep eyeshadow palettes in the bottom, the small Huda Beauty palettes, and then face palettes, bronzers and blushes. And then above it, there are more drawers with more bronzer, blush. This is falling apart. Oops. And then on the side, I just keep brushes and some tissue paper, because that's nice to have. So that's everything that I keep up here. Then moving on to the drawer. This is what it looks like. So let me try to zoom in a little bit more here as well. So on this side, I have my bigger eyeshadow palettes. These are like square ones, bigger ones, this type of size ones. And then moving from my palettes, I have eyeliners, lipsticks, other lipsticks that are not the MAC ones that are on top, and then powder. These are like empty compacts. Like this is an old MAC empty container, flush container, and other like empty things, plus some of my pigments and then backups of mascara and stuff in the back. And then on the right side, I have my setting sprays, powders, I already said that, backup sponges, and like backup powder, because I dump powder into a smaller container. So that is everything that's in my makeup drawer. And And yeah, that's all of my makeup, basically. I have a couple of things at my parents' house, but not much. So this is pretty much all that I have. So let's now go into each category of products, and I'll show you what I have in every single category. So these are my 5 primers for right now. This one is in my project pan. It's the Essence Hello Good Stuff primer, and then I have the Max Factor Miracle Prep, and then I have one that's very similar. Like, these are both illuminating and hydrating, moisturizing and illuminating primers. They are kind of similar. It's the Max Studio Radiance. This is my newest primer. And then I also have the L'Oreal Prime Lab and the e.l.f. Power Grip primer, which is also in my project pan. So these are all of the 5 primers that I currently have. Then for foundation, these are the ones that I have. This is a newer one. This is a tinted moisturizer from Wet n Wild, Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator. I think I like it so far. This is my oldest one. It's the MAC Pro Long and Nourishing Waterproof. I've gone through several tubes of this one. I'm not sure I'm going to repurchase it, but I have loved this primer foundation. I have loved this foundation for a long time, and it's in my project pan. I want to finish it. And then I have 2 more that I'm trying to finish this year. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow and the CoverGirl Clean Matte Baby Cream. This is very light. Like, there's not a lot of product left in here. These are both a little bit dark, but I can make them work. And I usually make them work using the Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation in the in the shade F0, which is the white one. So I just mix all of my foundations with that one, basically. And then I have the Chanel Ultra Le Teint foundation. I talked about the fact that I have 2 because I bought the wrong shade on my vacation last year because I had a little bit of a tan and I was tired and didn't really think straight. So I also purchased the, this is B10, lightest one, and then I have B20. So, love this foundation. It's one of my absolute favorites. I used this on my friend who got married last year. It's that good. And then the Tarte Amazonian Clay Mini Foundation. I've used up a full size of this a long time ago, and I wanted to try it again, so I bought the mini size, and it's really nice for traveling and stuff. I have the shade Light Neutral, which is actually a really good shade match if I use quite a lot of bronzer on top. So that's the foundations. So these are my current concealers. The concealer that is in the Rare Beauty one is actually not the Rare Beauty concealer. It's the Revlon concealer that I talked about in my project pan. So the Rare one is finished, and I have the Revlon one in this packaging. And then I have the NYX Bear With Me concealers also in my project pan. I have the Catrice Ultimate Camouflage Cream. Yep. And then I have the mini Tarte Shape Tape. I love mini products like this. And then this is actually a duo product. This is the Kiko Milano Blue Me Perfecting Concealer and Eye Primer Duo. So it also has an eyeshadow primer on one end. This is getting a little bit old. I should probably finish this one. And then I have the L'Oreal Infallible More Than Concealer 24-hour, whatever it's called. This one is also getting older. I don't really use this one that much, but I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 concealers at the moment. I used to have 7. Is this right? I'm not forgetting any. No, I don't think so. For powders, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is one product because I put the Fenty one inside of this old Hourglass Mini because it's just much easier for me to use every day. So I keep this in my everyday mini drawer, but it's actually this product right here. It's the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Powder. I really like this. I finished a mini of this before, and then I bought the full size. I don't really feel like I need any other loose powders, but I do have one more because I was curious. So I bought the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. I don't like this one as much, but I have it, so I'm gonna use it. It's not bad, it's just I feel like my Fenty one works just fine. And then I actually have one that I've repressed into something else because it broke. And this is the Physicians Formula The Healthy Powder, I guess it's called. It's not much left in here. I really want to finish this one this year. If I don't, I'll probably just declutter it. But it's just really nice to have a powder inside this, like every day. It has a blush and bronzer, contour, everything that I need. And then the newest powder that I own is actually the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Light. I haven't even opened this one. I'm doing it for the first time today. I've also used this one in the past, really loved it, and it's been a while, so I thought I would try it again. And I purchased a brand new one, but I haven't started using it yet. And then this is also not the powder it looks like. This is an old Givenchy compact that used to have a completely different powder, but this is actually the L'Oreal Infallible powder, which also just completely shattered. And I have it in here, and I also have it in a like trio. I'll pop up a picture of what that looks like. A trio, which the rest of the powder, and then I also have a bronzer and blush in there as well. So I have the L'Oreal powder in 2 different compacts. There's quite a bit left, but it's just nice to have. It's a very like high coverage powder. And then I also have another old powder that is also not in the compact that it should be in, and this is what is this even called? Oh yeah, it's the Flower Beauty Light Illusion powder. And I think I just didn't really like the compact it came in, so I put it in here. This was an old bronzer that I wasn't using anyway, Refined Golden, in this really pretty packaging, so that's why I bought it, because I just love the packaging. And this little blue eyeliner I have on my hand is starting to bother me a little bit, but at least just forget that it's there. Don't roll off, please. Next category is setting sprays. I have the Too Faced Hangover Primer. No, the Too Faced Hangover setting spray. This is a really big size. I love this. I've used this one in the past as well. I have the MAC Fix Plus Stay Over. This is a new one to me. I haven't really decided if I love it or if it's just okay, but I guess it's fine. And then I have the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix, which is also a repurchase. So both of these are like tried and true favorites of mine. Okay, we're getting into the bigger categories here. So these are my blushes. And I think in my inventory video I said I had 43, but I'm not 100% sure that number is correct. I just can't really get to 43 when I count them, because I also have a blush palette with some glow what's it called now? Glow Skin Beauty or something. Blushes that I have depotted that I have at home at my parents' house. So I'll just insert a picture of what those look like right here. And then there are some in there that I don't really use them that much, but it's just nice. I haven't bothered decluttering them because it's nice to have them at my parents' house when I go there to visit. I'm going there for Easter break, and then I know that I have some blushes, and one of them is like a nice contouring shade and stuff like that, but I still count that as a blush for some reason. Not everything that I do makes sense, but that's just how it is. So I have my old MAC blushes. And when I say old, I mean really old. And with all of my other products that are this old, I don't count them in my actual makeup inventory or like makeup collection because I don't use them at all. But for some reason, I have counted my blushes in with my blushes, if you know what I mean. So I have all of these. Like this one is from 2012, so it's like 12 years old. It's from the Heavenly Creatures collection that came out. It's called Supernova. It's pretty, but I don't use it because it's more of a novelty in my collection at this point. But some of these are slightly newer. The Whitney Houston one came out last year. I still use that one, and I actually tried using my very, very old, this is a throwback. You remember the old original Warm Soul? Tried using this one today because I thought, I've been reading on Reddit and stuff about people using their makeup until it's like 20 years old, and I just thought I would try it, and it works absolutely fine. So maybe I will actually start using some of these older ones again, even though I haven't used them for, I guess, years. So yeah, those are my MAC blushes. So I have 11 in here, and then I have like my other brand type of blushes. No, actually, these are also MAC. These are also slightly older ones. This is from the Simpsons collection. I love this one. It's called Sideshow You, and it still has the imprint on it, and it's just absolutely beautiful. But also don't really use that one. And then the Patrick Star collaboration blush, which is also very pretty. And then these are the other ones. So this is a Kiko Milano blush, my old Too Faced blushes that these don't exist anymore, the Love Blush blushes. This one cracked, so I had hit pan in this one like big time, but I had to repress it. I would love to be able to finish it, but I don't really think I will be able to. This is one of my newer ones. This is the Tarte Energy blush, and it's kind of interesting. It's supposed to be like it says Skintuitive, so it's supposed to like almost change color when it goes on, I think. But it's just a bright pink. It's a fun blush. I have a couple of Essence blushes. I have destroyed these a little bit because I wanted to repress and make a little mix of these and stuff like that. And then I have a couple of cream blushes from e.l.f. and Max Factor. Don't really use those. And then I have more cream blushes, actually, that I forgot to include. These two from Tarte are also newer in my collection. It's the Blush Tape blushes. But I keep these in the purple stand-up container, or whatever to call that. And then I have this like C palette thing with some blushes. I've also destroyed these in order to make some Franken stuff. So, and also the one in here, the light pink one that I would love to finish. So how many are we at? Have anyone been counted? I haven't. So yeah, but it's around 43. I'm gonna double check and update my spreadsheet, but somewhere around 43. I really want to get down to 30 this year, so I will have to declutter quite a few blushes to get there. I just remembered I'm not done with the blushes yet. I forgot about these palettes. This is the Becca Chloe and Malika palette, which has a bronzer, 2 blushes, and a highlighter, so 2 more blushes in there. And then I also have this MAC blush in Sunbasque. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not really sure. Which is a favorite of mine, especially it's like a summer favorite. So those are the blushes. Now I think I've covered them all. So these are all of my highlighters, and I used to own the MAC Hyper Real Glow palette, which has 3 highlighters, and I decluttered the actual palette, but I kept the contents because I love the highlighter. It's just getting a little, I don't know, sometimes I like depotting things and decluttering things and all that. So I put them into these smaller, like these are old, just like mini pans that I have kept when I've decluttered eyeshadows throughout the years. So I just put them in here so that I still have them if I ever feel like I need that type of like more blinding highlight. So still keep them, and they are really nice to travel with. I can just pop this out and bring just this one in my little travel palette that I never stop talking about. This is also an old Hourglass. Like this used to have several highlighters as well that I decluttered, and then I just popped a magnet bottom on here and put in my products because the Hourglass palettes are just pretty. Talking about palettes, this is the Becca Chloe and Malika like BFF palette or whatever it was called. So this one also has 1 highlighter and then the blushes, and I talked about this one in my blushes, I just remembered. Another palette is the Balm, the Luminizer Squad. Fun. And this is kind of old. I haven't really used this. This is one that I will probably declutter at some point if I don't start using it, but haven't really decided yet. And then this is actually, this little one is actually another Becca highlight, an old Vanilla Quartz mini that I also depotted into these small ones so that it would be easy for traveling, and I actually have it separated into this pan and also in one more that you will see once I get to my singles. I was using it a lot as an inner corner highlight anyway, so it just works really well for me to have it in a palette instead of like having that mini that I don't really know what it is. And then I have these cream highlights right here from Tarte, the glow tape ones from a set. So these two, and then the blushes that I showed you. And I don't know how I feel about these. I feel like they're a little bit chunky, or yeah, I need to play more with these, but just right now I don't love them yet, at least. More cream or liquid, I guess. I know people put this in different categories, like I've seen it in the foundation category, primer, everything. I use this one sometimes kind of as a primer, but I also use it as a mixer with my foundation or with my primer or on top of my foundation. So it's an illuminating product, so I keep it with my highlighters. It's the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I don't really use this one on its own all over my face. And then I have the MAC, what is this called? This is a limited edition extra dimension skin finish in Hot Damosel Davignon. Well, it's limited edition, you can't get it anymore. I don't know why I bother trying to pronounce the name. It's very pretty. I had a little bit of a challenge for myself trying to use this one more, because I had been neglecting it for quite a while. And then one of my, maybe I wouldn't say newer ones now, because this is more than a year old, but I bought this one in Berlin last year because it looked cute. It's from Essence, and I haven't really used it. It's like a cream highlight that I forget about. So I don't use highlight that much anymore. I usually just use a glowy blush, and I know that my desktop, or whatever you want to call this, looks absolutely awful. Just years of build-up and gunk on this. It's a really, really old piece of furniture. Next up is my contour product. This is a MAC blush in the shade Sculpt, and it looks like this because, once again, I've been doing the frankening stuff, and I put some of it in this little pan that I have in my everyday palette, along with an eyeshadow that I liked using more as contour shade than I liked it as an eyeshadow. So I just kind of mixed a little bit of the MAC one with the eyeshadow and put it in here, and I've been making really steady progress on this product. So this is definitely going to be finished this year. And then I also put the Tarte Sculpt tape in here in the contour category, even though it's a little bit warmer. It ended up in here. So that's that. Then for bronzer, I have these ones. Let me see if I can fit all of them in here. So is that it? There's also a couple of bronzers that I have at my parents' house, again, and then I will pop up a picture of those. It's the Catrice Holiday Skin bronzer that I'm not really that big fan of. And then there's also the Balm Bahama Mama bronzer that I, once again, repressed into something else, into the trio that I talked about, which has light blush, bronzer, and a powder. So my other bronzers, first of all, I have this big one right here. This is the Chanel Bronze Universelle. You've all seen this one 100 times. This is getting old. I should declare this, but I don't want to, so I keep it for now. And then I have, for my cream bronzers, I also have the Revolution cream bronzer. I've used this one a lot. You can see I've hit pan on it. And then I have the e.l.f. Putty bronzer. I don't really like this one. I need to give it a second chance though. And then I have the Tarte like mini breezy cream bronzer. This is kind of nice. It's in the shade Seychelles. It's just nice for traveling as well. And then I have this little product right here. I don't count this as a bronzer. This is actually a mix of some cream bronzer and some other stuff that I tried making, like a cream contour shade. It didn't really work, but I keep it. So that's that. And then I have some more MAC. This is the Next to Nothing bronzer in the shade Canyon Dreaming. Really beautiful packaging. And then this is actually not the bronzer it should be either. This used to be the MAC Matte Bronze, but right now it's a mix of, if I can remember, I think it's a mix of a Glow Skin Beauty blush that was really glowy and the Tarte Amazonian Clay bronzer. And I tried making a really glowy bronzer for when I finish my other glowy bronzers. So that's that. And then the bronzers that I have in my project pan, it's a Too Faced one, Bare Minerals Invisible Bronze. Let's move these. And then this is the Too Faced Chocolate Slay, Pico Milano. This is just a really cute packaging as well. It's the Energy Shake Long Lasting Bronzer. It's just a nice matte bronzer. And then another matte bronzer is this Milani one, and you can also see that this one is broken. That's because it shattered a little bit, and then I put the little bit that shattered and I didn't know what to do with, I just repressed it into here. So now I also have, I use this one, and this one is just kind of sitting there for now. And then once again, this is an old MAC compact, and it houses my Maybelline City bronzer instead of the extra dimension bronzer that used to be in here, but just packaging, you know. I actually just remembered that I forgot to mention a blush. I don't think I included this one in my, when I showed you all my blushes, but it's the Tarte blush that I have in my project pan. I'm not going to show you the inside because you will have to wait for my project pan update. We're done with the face products now, I hope. Yes. So I now have my eyeshadow primers. These are like glitter type of primers. Like this looks weird because I tried putting a little bit of pigment in it. I'm a kind of a hobby chemist. I like mixing stuff, as you may have noticed. So this is the Makeup Store mixing liquid. I don't really use this anymore. Don't know why I still keep it. And then I have the NYX glitter primer, and then I have, this is also like a slightly different type of primer. It's the P. Space. I never liked this. I've also had this one for years. I just never really, like, I can use a concealer if I need a product like that, and it just kind of made my eyeshadow crease. So the eyeshadow that I actually use is the Milani eyeshadow primer. That's pretty much all I need, along with the glitter primer. And then it's the concealer and primer that I talked about that has a primer on this side. And I don't think there's much left in here. I should probably just finish this as well. But yeah, those are my primers. For eyebrow products, these are the ones I have. These 3 are backups. So I just bought, no, not this one, this one. I just bought a couple of the Catrice Slimmatic Ultra Precise. I don't know if I will like these, but I bought 2. So that's that. And then I have my last backup of the H&M Superfine Brow Liner, my favorite ever. And then one that I'm currently using from H&M. And then I have my Gosh Denmark. I think that's what the brand is called. No, it's called Gosh Copenhagen. It's a brow pencil. And then I have a brow gel from MAC. That works fine. And then I have this MAC, I need to slow down. I have this Benefit Gimme Brow that I forget that I have this because I keep it in a little purse or like a little makeup bag that I carry around sometimes. So I just need to finish this one. It's a mini, like I should probably just toss that because it's probably basically finished anyway. And then I have the ABH Dip Brow Pomade in medium brown. I also use this one quite a bit, and it is getting quite low in there actually. I've used a lot of this one. I have the shade medium brown. It's really nice. So those are the brow products. Forgot one. These are my mascaras. These are the 3 that I'm currently using. It's the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash that I use on my bottom lashes. It's the Tarte Big Ego mascara. So the brush is a little bit too big on this one for me. It's not my favorite. And then I have my Max Factor Clumptify, and this is also, it's just a bit too natural. Also not an absolute favorite, but I have used several of these in the past, and I have always enjoyed it, but just I've found new favorites, as you might be able to see. The Tarte Lights Camera Lashes is probably my favorite mascara ever. And then I also discovered the Tartelette tubing mascara that I really like using on my bottom lashes. So I have a mini size and a full size, and there I won't have any trouble using these. So I like all of this. So this is good. Then for eyeliners, I keep them all in here. Let me just do this so you can see everything. This is not an eyeliner. So these are my, this is also not an eyeliner. So these are my eyeliners. I have 2 glitter ones that I basically never wear anymore. These are from H&M. It's fun if you're doing like a crazy look, but I just forget about these. And then I have some colored liquid liners. These are also getting old, but they're really pretty colors. From the H&M Bright Liner. They come in a lot of fun colors. And then I have a couple more like liquid ones. This is the MAC Brush Black Brush Stroke 24-hour liner. It came in a limited edition type of thing. It's really nice. This is the black liner I use when I want a winged liner. And I also have the Catrice Calligraph Artist Matte Liner that I used today. I tend to forget about this, but it's really nice. So it's more of a summer eyeliner for me. I love using blue eyeliner in the summer. And then I have one more that is slightly newer. This is the Tarte Double Take, and this has a brush, or is it brush or felt tip? I don't know, on one side and a pencil eyeliner on one side. And I haven't started using the like liquid side yet, only the pencil side, because I'm waiting until I finish the MAC one. And then these are my pencil ones. I have the MAC Coffee. This is like a really nice like everyday brown. I have a white one from NYX. I have this one that I use quite a bit on my like inner rim. This is from Copenhagen as well. I have one from Catrice, like a light purple one. This one is also from Catrice. This is the 20-hour, this is the 18-hour color and contour. And this is a 20-hour ultra precision gel in a green color. Another Catrice one. This is really like old-fashioned type of eyeliner. I feel like it's just really like hard to use. It's not that soft, nice formula. This one is from H&M, and it's the Color Essence Eye Pencil. These are nice. Don't really use this color that much though. And then these two from NYX, the Slide On Glide On pencils. Everyone knows those are good eyeliner pencils. So I have two green ones. In what I call my cream or glitter eyeshadow category, there's one that I don't have in my spreadsheet for some reason, and it's the Kiko Long Lasting Eyeshadow Stick. It's a purple one. It's really nice, so I need to add that to my Excel spreadsheet. And then I have two of the Sigma eyeshadow base primer things in Persuade and Bubbly. And then I do keep my Hourglass Scattered Lights eyeshadows in this because these are in a different format than the normal like eyeshadow. And they say glitter eyeshadow on them as well. So I have Reflect and Burnish. I should use these more. They are beautiful, but I just kind of forget about them. And then I have the Koki Crystal Fusion Liquid. Just got a text. Koki Crystal Fusion Liquid Eyeshadow in the shade. Who knows? Galactic. This is very pretty. You will not be able to see that, but it's gorgeous. We're getting into bigger categories again. These are my eyeshadow singles, and what I count as eyeshadow singles are these types of magnetic pans that you can move around, like these ones from Lethal Cosmetics. So I have all of these. These are 7, 14, 20. I'm not really that good in that. 21. Because I also have two in here. These are the ones that I have in my eyeshadow panning project. So I keep all of them in this turquoise sea palette. And then I have some Colourpop single eyeshadows. These are all Colourpop except this one is actually a Juvia's Place eyeshadow that I repressed into here. This is a Kiko Milano shade that I repressed into here. This is an eyeshadow from Odin's Eye that I also put into here, and then I decluttered the rest of the palette. And then this is a Franken eyeshadow that I don't really know what's in here at this point. So yeah, those are in here, and I also usually keep my little like a highlighter in there. So it looks like that. And then in here, this is like a random palette. These are all eyeshadows from the Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette. These are the only ones that I've kept, and I don't know if I will keep them for the rest of the year. To be honest, I don't reach for these at all. Like, I don't tend to want to use these. And then all of these come from a palette that I bought from a brand called Technic. I'd never heard of them, but the palette looked amazing and the packaging was awful, so I repressed them into here. I wish I had filmed that, but I didn't know that I was gonna start back my channel, so sorry about that. But I just kind of repressed them into these metal pans, and I don't know, I've used one of them, I think, after I did that. It was a really cheap palette. I don't know what possessed me to buy it, other than I was really curious, I guess. And then I have my MAC eyeshadows, and then I will insert a picture of the eyeshadows that I don't have here at the moment. They are all, like 3 of them are from the Sigma Enchanted palette, and so are these 2. And then the rest are MAC. So I depotted the Sigma Enchanted palette as well into magnetic singles in the hopes that I would use them more. And I decluttered the shades that I didn't like. So that's it. And then also the one in the MAC quad that is not from Sigma is the rest of the Becca highlight. So that's that. It's kind of a little travel palette. So those are all of my single eyeshadows. And then I have just these 3 pigments / glitters. I have 2 left of the MAC pigments mini size. This is Rose and Tan. Yeah. Gorgeous colors. Don't use them because they are in this pigment form. And I also have a NYX glitter. I use this one for my New Year's Eve look that I posted a picture of in my, one of my videos. Which one was it? Don't remember. It was the No Pan Left Behind video. I showed a picture of it. Looked really, really nice. So I'm going to keep the glitter just for like the once or twice a year that I actually use it. But like, glitters don't go bad though, so it's like fine. And then we're moving into the small palettes. So that's these and these 2 and this one, and then also the Natasha Denona mini quad. No, it's not a quad. It has 5 eyeshadows on it. The mini Natasha Denona palette that I have a picture of right here. Here. So these are all of my mini eyeshadow palettes. I have 1 ColourPop quad. I used to have 2, decluttered the other one, but I kept the compact. So I actually have like this little mini with magnets in it so that I can pop. I think the only eyeshadows that actually fit in here are the Natasha Denona ones, but it's just a kind of nice little quad. And then I have this ColourPop Hello Hollywood. This also looks different because these 2 are Frankened eyeshadows. I'm one of those people. And then the e.l.f. Bite Sized in Jalapeno. And then all of my Huda Beauty Obsessions palettes. And then the only MAC quad that I actually still use, even though I should use it more, is the one from one of the Patrick Star collections. The artwork on this one is so pretty. So those are all my mini palettes. And then for my bigger palettes, I'm going to need to do these in a couple different, like I'm going to have to separate them a little bit. I have my Rose Gilded palette from MAC that I talk about a lot in my Pan Those Eyeshadows because I'm trying to pan a lot of eyeshadows from here, half the palette actually. And you'll have to wait until my Pan Those Eyeshadows project to see how I'm doing with that. Then I have my Too Faced Sparkling Pineapple eyeshadow palette. Gorgeous packaging. Also trying to pan in some eyeshadows in here. And then my What's Up Beauty palette. This is the Geodes palette. Love, love, love how this looks. I need to use this one more. And then I have my Melt Smoke Obsessions palette. My Alamar Cosmetics Reina del Caribe. This is one of my older ones. It's also looking a little bit beat up. But I love it. Especially love the green shade in there. I have my Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I've talked about this one in my Pan Those Eyeshadows because it's kind of on the chopping block. It looks used, but it's not like, yeah, it's just old. I don't feel like using it that much more. And talking of old, this is my Dose of Colors Francation palette. Gorgeous. Don't really use it that much anymore. And then I have my 2 palettes from Juvia's Place and my 2 palettes from Onsai, I have the Elva palettes from Onsai, and also have the little Ghost palette. These are both beautiful palettes, very different. Like one is very colorful, one is more neutral. And then I have the Sulu palette, which is also very, very, very colorful. And the Garden of Juvia's, which I bought last year, and it's just a perfect spring palette. Like this screams spring. So, love those. And then I have my Natasha Denona palettes that I bought all of these like within the last 6 months or something. So these are all newer palettes. The Rose Quartz palette is my newest one. I bought that one in February. So all of these look a little bit different on the inside because I have rearranged them. So my I Need a Nude palette looks like this. It looks more like the Retro Glam. It's like all green mostly. And then the Retro Glam looks like this. And it's turned into a pinky, golden, everyday, gorgeous bride palette, kind of. Reminds me of that. And then the My Dream palette kind of has the rest of them. And this is now much more of a kind of boring, kind of dark fall palette. And then also the Rose Quartz, obviously. Everyone knows what that one looks like, at least if you watch like any content on YouTube. Last two come from Colourpop. These also look different. This is my California Love, which has more shades, I think, from the pink. I can't remember the name of it. It has shades from a different palette now. And then the Lush Life also looks different than it used to. But I think these look really nice now that I've kind of changed them up. For lip liners, this is what I have. I'm gonna go through them real quick. I have two from Kiko Milano. Oops. These are the Everlasting Color ones. Most of my lip liners are a like soft pink or more of a coral type of shade. And then I have a couple from the Scandinavian brand Isadora. These are the sculpting lip liners. These are really nice. And then I have some from NYX. These are kind of newer to me. They're the Line Loud lip pencils. I'm using this one today. It's just a little bit too warm of a nude for me, I think. I don't know. And then this one is one of these glide on ones in the shade Rosy Sunset. Really pretty. Then I have one from Catrice, no, Essence actually. Soft and Precise. It's a very light pink color. I don't really, it's not my favorite. And then I have these ones from NYX. This is actually a repurchase. I finished one of the nude pink lip liners last year, and then I repurchased it. And this is usually one that I use like on an everyday basis. And then I also have pale pink. So I keep all of them. I don't think I showed you that, but I keep all of them except from the nude pink, which is in my like everyday little drawer. All of these live with my brushes, like behind my dirty brushes. Okay, last but not least, lipstick. And if you're now seeing this and thinking, are you really putting that old lipstick on your lips? I can explain myself. These are actually not the lipstick that they look like. And then these are the other ones that I have. Right here, just put everyone here. These, like this, looks like it would be the MAC collaboration with Mariah Carey from years ago. But it actually houses a different lipstick. If I could just remember the name. Yeah, I think this is Come Over. I should have put it on here. I didn't. But I don't really have that many MAC lipsticks anymore, so it's fairly easy for me to remember which one is which. This is the Runway Hits. This one is Creme Cup. I think I actually put a sticker on that one. Yep. And this one is... No, this one is Come Over. Then which one is... And this one is Teddy then. Teddy 2.0. It's not really focusing. But yeah, these are gorgeous. No, this one is Teddy 2.0. Did I mention Blankety? This one is Blankety. Yep. Okay, so those are the MAC lipsticks that I have. And I also have one. This is I've Been Naughty from a collection not that long ago. And this is A La Plage. This is a weird color. I don't really know. I haven't decluttered or put that one in my makeup memorabilia box that I talked about in a recent video in my makeup inventory, because I have a lot more. Like if you see any of my old makeup collection videos from like 2019, 2020, you'll see that I had like a massive collection of limited edition MAC lipsticks. I hoarded them. I also have one that what is this? This is Peach Blossom that I'm trying to finish in my project pan. And then I also have Lady Danger. I did cut this off and put it somewhere else. There's a lot of that. And then I have 2 more MAC lipsticks. These are the Glow Play. Like, technically, they are kind of lip balms, but I count them as lipsticks. It's this one. This is untouched, actually. And then this is, yeah, Sweet Treat. Got this one for free with a MAC order. And then this one, which is just a lip balm with like sparkles through it, is Halo at Me. So I just count them as lipsticks. And then I have one from Dior that I got as a gift. And this is Dior 8. It's just a bright, like orangey, reddy orange. And then I have one from Isadora, which is called the Gloss Bomb Hydrating Stilo in the shade Lovely Lavender. It's just a really pretty, I bought this one to use it as a like fall lip color. And then with a Tarte order recently, I also got one lipstick for free. This is a mini, it's the mini Maracuja lipstick in the shade Rose. And then I have one red lipstick from Kiko Milano, which looks like this. And then those are all my lipsticks. And then if I just do this, I'll just talk about my 2 lip glosses. It's the Maybelline Lifter Gloss and the Essence Juicy Balm. This is Poppin' Pomegranate, and the Maybelline one is called Reef. Those are my only 2 lip glosses. And then I have one lip oil, and it's the Milani Fruit Fetish Strawberry Melon Lip Oil. And this is also my project pan. I'm close to finishing that one. And that is actually everything. This is a little bit of a mess right now, so I'm just gonna stop here. And then if you want to see how my collection looked like in the past and how much it's changed, you can watch some of my old collection videos. I will link them in the description. And I hope you'll stick around, and I will talk to you later. Thank you for watching. Bye!